Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Desmalia Shadena. I will to explain the content of journal assessment and evaluation in EFL teaching and learning. In general, assessment and evaluation should be carried out by every EFL teacher. Most teachers conduct tests or exams to measure student achievement in EFL teaching and learning. Tests can be diagnostic and prognostic. The word test and test have many overlapping meanings. Usually, teachers do tests to make assessment and evaluation. The test can be subjective or objective. English teacher must be able to assess and evaluate the learning achievement of their student. Evaluation is a procedure or method to determine whether teaching is true. In conducting an assessment, a teacher must consider many aspects in determining the final grade of this student. In addition, the midterm and final semester grades, teacher must also pay attention to student participation, motivation, presentation, performance, paper, portfolios, attendance, homework. The test is a method of measuring a person's ability, knowledge. In carrying out a test, a teacher should follow a systematic procedure, such as planning a test, usually in the form of specification, table or test specifications, arranging the items correctly, trying the question to ensure the reliability of the question. Measure the ability, knowledge of students. Teachers usually take a data for evaluation from assessment and the result, but the many also collect other data using other techniques, such as questionnaires and interview. Then the teacher must analyze the data, and the results can be used to improve the teaching and learning process in the form of remedies and or enrichment. Development-oriented evaluation is designed to improve the quality of the program as it is implemented. Various evaluation objectives are referred to formative, immunitative, and summative evaluation. As stated before, the test part of the assessment that can be carried out by the teacher to assess students' ability to determine the readiness of a learning program, to classify individuals in the appropriate language class by differentiating proficiency, use business for selecting treatment for students. Diagnosing students' strength and weakness by providing a performance profile that shows the relative strength and weakness in the various tests. In assessing language skill, teachers usually pay attention to two things, namely written competencies and language skill. Then they arrange item or assessment text based on the indicator they have matched in the lesson plan. The listening comprehension assessment intended to measure students' ability to decode. Example of speech: students are able to understand and respond to interpersonal and transactional verbal meaning. English teachers have to make up assessment of their English teaching outcomes by assessing their student English learning process and outcomes. Assessment of the English learning process can be done in every class session. Assessment of the learning process contributes to and encourage the is in the for basic competence mastery and several indicators. This assessment can be done through observation with an emphasis on student participation in the learning process. In assessing the learning outcomes of English, the English teacher must know whether the student have competence of the English learning process. Okay, thanks for today. And one more point, the English teacher can determine the level of mastery of the students. After the level of mastery of the student is determined, the English teacher can choose which student have reached the level of mastery of English and which have not. Students who have not reached the mastery level are given remedial teaching, and those who have reached the mastery level are given enrichment teaching. Okay, thank you for today. I think enough. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.